All right, let's just dive right in. Something is brewing in the world of IT. It started as a quiet murmur in the server room, but now it's a full-blown top priority alert lighting up dashboards in the boardroom. And it's all centered on a piece of technology that, let's be honest, most of us have taken for granted for years.
And here's the thing, nobody saw this coming. This wasn't on anyone's 5-year plan. It's a sudden, unexpected fork in the road. And it has thousands of companies right now scrambling to figure out what their entire platform strategy is going to look like.
And really, it all boils down to this one single question. You can almost feel the weight of it, can't you? It's the question keeping IT leaders awake at night. Because the answer is going to define their company's tech strategy for the next decade.
So, how did we get here? How did this happen so fast? To understand what's next, we first have to unpack the why. Let's look at the specific pressures that created this tipping point and force this conversation out into the open.
When you really dig in, it comes down to 3 big things. First up, the money. Those rising VMware costs are just getting harder and harder to justify. Then you've got the sheer complexity of it all. Teams are practically drowning, just trying to keep these massive virtual environments running day to day. And finally, there's the future. There's immense pressure from the business to build a platform that can actually handle what's coming. AI, massive cloud-native scale, the whole shebang.
So, with all that pressure building up, the easy answer is to just find another place to park your VMs, right? Just find a quick fix. But the really smart organizations are looking at this moment and seeing something completely different. They're realizing this isn't just a migration project. It's a once-in-a-decade opportunity for a total transformation.
And that is the absolute key. We're not just talking about moving digital boxes from one shelf to another. The real play here is to rebuild the entire foundation. It's about using modern tools like OpenShift and Kubernetes to build a platform for the next 10 years, not just patching a problem for the next 10 weeks.
This slide just lays it out perfectly. A lift and shift is a tactical move. You're just taking your old problems and giving them a new address. But a platform evolution? That's a strategic rebuild. You're getting to the root cause of the issues. You stop thinking only about VMs and start thinking about how to unify everything: VMs, containers, and AI. The whole conversation shifts from how much does it cost to how much value can we create. Okay, so platform evolution sounds pretty good, right? But it also sounds big, maybe even a little overwhelming. So what does it actually look like? Well, the good news is there's a clear, repeatable pattern emerging. It's a journey you can take in 3 manageable phases.
And listen, this isn't just some theory from a textbook. We are seeing this exact playbook unfold right now in some huge real-world companies. I'm talking enterprises with hundreds of servers and literally thousands of virtual machines.
And here's the playbook. It's brilliant in its simplicity. Step 1, you don't try to boil the ocean. You just move your existing VMs, as is, over to OpenShift virtualization. This lets you run those traditional VMs right alongside your new school containers. It immediately stabilizes things and stops the financial bleeding. Step 2, then you start modernizing. You pick the low-hanging fruit, things like your JBoss or Tomcat middleware, and you containerize them. It's a quick win that proves the value. And step 3, now that you have this solid modern foundation, you can finally hit the accelerator on building truly cloud-native apps and getting your entire stack ready for AI.
Now, following that plan is the how, but the real why goes so much deeper than just getting a project done. The true benefits, the real return on investment, a lot of it is actually hidden just beneath the surface.
And honestly, if you take one thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. The most powerful benefits here, they're not even technical. They're about what this kind of platform unlocks for the entire business, for the people. So let's break down these hidden wins. Financially, of course, you're reducing that dependency on old-school licensing. Operationally, you get way more bang for your buck from your hardware. For your developers, you're handing them the keys to deploy code faster than they ever thought possible. But that last one, that's the holy grail. You are finally getting your development, your operations, and your new AI teams all working together on one single unified platform. And that right there, that alignment, is where the magic happens. It's where the ROI stops being simple addition and starts to compound. It's the difference between a bunch of siloed teams and one cohesive organization that can innovate at incredible speed.
So what's the tech that makes this all possible? It's the idea of a single control plane. Think of it like one universal remote for your entire data center. OpenShift gives you that. One place to manage your old-school virtual machines, your modern containers, and your cutting-edge AI workloads, all sitting side by side, speaking the same language.
Okay, it's really easy to get excited about the destination, but we have to be honest about the journey. To be successful, we need to have a very real, very frank conversation about the challenges you're going to face along the way.
So let me be crystal clear here. This is not a simple project you knock out over a weekend. This is a journey, it's a climb, and it is absolutely essential that you go into it with your eyes wide open.
You're going to hit some hurdles, for sure. You'll have to untangle these incredibly complex network mappings from a decade ago. You'll have to fine-tune storage performance for some really picky legacy apps. But honestly, the biggest challenge is almost always the human one, getting past that organizational resistance to a new way of doing things.
But, and this is the powerful truth we hear from every single team that gets to the other side, once you've made this journey, the benefits are so obvious and the improvements are so profound that you never, ever want to go back.
So after all the hard work, after the climb, what does the future actually look like? What's waiting on the other side? Well, if I had to sum it up in one word, that word would be unified.
This right here is the ultimate takeaway. The whole debate, this idea of VMware versus OpenShift, is the wrong way to look at it. The future isn't about replacement. It's about unification. It's about creating a single, powerful platform where the past, the present, and the future of your applications, your VMs, your containers, and your AI can all live and work together.
Look, this shift is happening. It's happening right now. And the organizations that see this coming and move early, they're the ones who are going to build a massive competitive advantage. They'll be faster, leaner, and they'll attract the best people. So the only question left to ask is, will your organization be one of them?